Hi everyone. So today we are here to discuss the latest IPMAT paper, that is IPMAT 2023. And in this video, we are going to look at the verbal abilities section. Delve right into it. Let's look at the first reading comprehension that we had. Okay. So the instruction says read the following passage and choose the answer that is closest to each of the questions that are based on the passage. Now, the passage says that the general idea of being fit is usually assumed to be exercising regularly and having a healthy diet. It is true to some extent, but this is not always the case. People don't realize that the sleep also plays a crucial part when it comes to physical and mental well-being. It is a restorative process which shouldn't be negotiable. Hectic working hours, increasing stress levels, and an unhealthy lifestyle can cause irregular sleep patterns. These not only disturb one's daily routine but can also hamper one's health, leading to lifestyle conditions like deranged cholesterol and diabetes. It is a preconceived notion that cholesterol and diabetes are usually genetic diseases, and unhealthy eating patterns and lifestyle exacerbate them. It is not only generally known that sleep deprivation can put a person at risk of both deranged cholesterol and diabetes. Sleep helps your body and mind repair and recharge themselves, but can go awry if one is sleep deprived. Insomnia can generally make the body work abnormally. It affects the mental and physical abilities to prepare the body for the next day. It leaves the brain exhausted, affecting the natural functioning of the body. Let's look at the next slide. Lack of sleep can lead to higher cholesterol and blood pressure. Sleep deprivation can lower levels of leptin, a hormone that stabilizes metabolism and appetite. This can also lead to obesity if left unchecked. Sleep deprivation has been found to raise level of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decrease level of leptin, the satiety hormone. That's why people seek relief in foods that raise blood sugar. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine recommends that adults should get a minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Staying up late can lead to consuming unhealthy snack and junk food high in carbs and sugar. All this increases the risk of type 2 diabetes and is equally connected to obesity. Just like any other routine, having a definite sleep pattern can help a person maintain a cycle of rest and activity. Sleeping at the same time every day and waking up on the time will encourage quality sleep. Proper relaxation of body and mind before sleeping means that one should keep the mobile phone aside for at least half an hour before the bed. It helps if the room is dark and quiet. Plus, one can always read a good book or listen to some music, which can lull one into deep sleep. Let's look at our first question. So the first question says, in order to remain physically fit, one must. Now, if you look at the options, so option A says snack frequently, which is in direct contradiction to what the passage was saying. B says read a good book every night. So read a good book is what will put you to or what will lull you to sleep as per the passage, as per the last paragraph of the passage. Third says raise level of ghrelin, which is actually when you're sleep deprived, that's when it happens. So the correct answer to this question as per our reading is option D, that to maintain a set sleep pattern. This is what the last paragraph had suggested. If we look at this, having a definite sleeping pattern can help a person maintain a cycle of rest and activity. Hence, question number 1 answer will be option D. In what ways does sleep contribute to a person's well-being? Option A says by adding power and strength to the muscles. Now, as per what we read, nothing of this sort is mentioned in the entire passage. B says by helping the body replenish its resources. Let's park it for now. C says by increasing a person's appetite. This is contradictory. The passage said that when you don't sleep, that is when your appetite increases. Let's see. Yes. So if we read this part, this says that sleep deprivation has been found to raise the level of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, and decrease level of leptin, the satiety hormone. That's why people seek relief in food that raises blood sugar. So the hormone is, this ghrelin hormone is increasing because if the person is not sleeping. So question number 2, if you look at option C, what contribute to a person's well-being? Option C can also be eliminated by increasing a person's appetite, which is contradictory. D, by regularizing a person's daily routine. Now, daily routine involves a lot of things, but the passage is specifically talking about just the daily sleep cycle, that you need to sleep at the right time or a perfect, a particular time, and you need to get up at a particular time. Correct? So, correct answer to this question is option B, Bombay, by helping the body replenish its resources. Let's look at the third question that we have. The objective of the passage is to, option A, expose the reader to disinformation. Okay. Disinformation. All right. Option B, provide medical input to the reader. Medical input. Option C, present psychological insight to the reader or advise the reader. Now, if we look at the passage, if we regress a bit and we see, just like any other routine, having a definite sleep pattern can help a person maintain a cycle of rest and activity. Sleeping at the same time every day and waking up on the same time and will encourage quality sleep. Proper relaxation of body and mind before sleeping means that one should keep aside the mobile phone. It helps if the room is dark, plus one can always read a good book. So this is the method that how you can, lull into a good sleep. But if we read these two lines, they are suggesting that the author here is advising, because if I see, so even if you look at the medical input or the psychological input, so these things are mentioned, but they are not the main idea. The main idea is to advise the reader. Therefore, correct answer will be option D. The main focus of the passage is on perils of insomnia and irregular sleep patterns. Is it just talking about the perils of insomnia? So they did talk about the perils of insomnia in one paragraph, not the entire passage. And they're asking us that what is the main focus? B, ill effects of junk food. Again, they have talked about the consumption of junk food, and when a person sleep deprived, then they don't consume, then they consume food that is high in carbs. But again, that is a content of one paragraph and not the entire passage. Option C, stability of leptin and ghrelin in the human body. So they were not talking about the stability of it. They were talking about the instability of it because of lack of sleep. D is saying dangers of high levels of cholesterol and diabetes. Again, they have talked about the dangers, but the main focus was the perils of insomnia. So now, because as we notice, there are perils, plural. So it talks about, perils will include your consumption of, food that is high in carbs and the rates, if the level of leptin rises. So all of these can be defined using perils here. So the correct answer to this question is option A. Being deprived of sleep can result in terminal illness, metabolism loss, hunger satiation, or mental exhaustion. Now, if we regress a bit, here it is talking about it affects the mental and physical ability to prepare the body for next day. It leaves the brain exhausted, affecting the natural function of the body. So it leaves your brain exhausted. So that gives us the answer, option D. We can eliminate option C because it is saying hunger satiation, while actually it is the opposite. You feel more hungry and not satisfied. Satiation means that you're satisfied. Metabolism loss, there's no loss of metabolism, but yes, your metabolism slow down. That's true. And terminal illnesses are not nowhere mentioned in the passage. Of course, the cholesterol and diabetes are mentioned, but not all the terminal illnesses. Therefore, we can eliminate option A as well. As per the passage, which of these sentences is not correct? Okay, option A, insufficient sleep can lead to obesity. This was given. Option B, one's body and mind should be properly relaxed to ensure good sleep. This is correct. Regular exercising and eating healthy food alone ensures fitness. So if I am exercising and I'm eating the right food, that alone is sufficient to maintain fitness. So question is asking which of the following is not correct. Now, if you remember, let's go back and see the paragraph one. Paragraph one says, generally, the idea of being fit is usually assumed to be exercising regularly and having a healthy diet. It's true to some extent, but this is not always the case. People don't realize that sleep also plays a crucial part. So the question is asking which of the following is not correct. So option C is an incorrect option, that only having good food and exercising can make sure that a person is fit. So this information is incorrect.